Hi class. I wanted to come at you with another video just because I feel like this is really fun. I want to talk about it instead of just sort of typing it and having you guys read what I have to say. I want you guys to hear what I have to say. So this is a response for our assignment that we have to do for week 8, the volunteer and internship experiences and plans. I kind of briefly talked about it in an assignment we had to do last week, but for our volunteer internship plan, or if we've done anything before, I am currently volunteer interning for a museum up in Alaska. I found the listing through the museum cafe. I linked that link for the volunteer internship programs in that last assignment, but I will do it again in this assignment as well, just in case you don't know where it is. It took me a minute to find it, so I want to share that with you and make it easy for you. But I found it through the cafe, and it's with the Morris Thompson Visitor Center in Fairbanks, Alaska. I actually noticed in the listing that the cutoff time for applying had passed. So when I reached out to them, I asked them originally if they could either extend the time that I could send in my application, or if they had another opportunity that I could apply for. They got back to me right away and said, no, this position is still open. Nobody had applied and they really need somebody to help. So I accepted. And I am working with the executive director. Her name is Sarah, and we are utilizing an app called Catalog It. And it's a very simple, very user-friendly app where the museum staff, because they're in Alaska, I don't have access to any of this. They are uploading all of their items in their collection, and I have to go through and do the data entry to match the paperwork with the item. And eventually, once all of that is updated, then I will be going and making collections and exhibits for their online presence. The internship is going a little slow, simply because I am working full-time, going to school part-time. They understand that I have other demands, and they're okay with it being a little slower paced. Initially, I wish that I could have devoted more time to it, but it just doesn't seem to be working out that way. But maybe you are in a different boat where you can devote more time to an internship or volunteer position. So that might work out for you better. But as far as like a fear or concern that I had going into it, I know nothing. I don't know anything about museums or collections or exhibits or anything like that. So, and I made it very clear in my interview with Sarah that I just started with Johns Hopkins. I know squat. My background is libraries, and I am just willing to learn. I am so thankful that she even took me on, and I thank her every day. Thank you for trusting me and teaching me and really guiding me. This is really my first experience into the museum field. And she knows that I'm not doing this for any college credit at this point. This is all just to put on my resume, to get my feet wet, and she's all right with that. But as far as advice or a tip or trick for you guys, don't be afraid. I know that I can say that, and it's going to be a lot harder for you to be like, yeah, don't be afraid, sure. But to just go out there and just give it a go. And I applied through the Museum Cafe. I applied to, I think, maybe 5 or 6 different internships, and I knew that the window had closed for some of them, but I still sent it anyways, just asking. And a lot of people got back to me. They were like, yeah, do you want to do this? Do you want to work on that one? I had 3 people hit me up and say, we will take you on. But of course, Alaska was the first person, the Morris Thompson Center was the first opportunity to say yes. So I took that and went with it. But I have learned so much every time that I talk to Sarah and meet with her. Utilizing this Catalog It app is very fun. And I would recommend that if you don't have any museum or volunteer opportunity right now, check Catalog It app online. They have a great user-friendly tutorials to show you. I am learning so much. I never even knew the word provenance. I never knew what that was. I still don't know what that means, but I'm learning so many new words and so many new categories and things that I just I never knew existed. So please check out Catalog It. They have a really great system. It's so elementary. It's so easy. I had a meeting with Dan. He's one of the creators and founders of Catalog It. He was telling me the other day that there's like 90-year-old people, 80-year-old people that are volunteering at other museums, and they use the app and they really, really love it. So it's definitely for everybody. But as far as getting out there and volunteering, getting out there and interning, if you haven't done so already, please check out the JHU Museum Cafe link. Like I said, I will link it below, and just browse through it. And like I said, if you see that the window for applying has already closed, it doesn't matter. Just email them anyways and say, hey, I see that this position is already closed, this window. Do you have anything else? And then I mentioned last time in my last video for an assignment, whenever I make a connection or I find somebody new that, you know, an interview that we have to listen to for an assignment, find them on LinkedIn. So when you go into the volunteer link, the internship link, reach out to those people on LinkedIn and make those connections so that way they can see that you're, you know, active and you're, you know, communicating, you're, you know, trying to get your own ball rolling. So I would definitely recommend that. But I hope that you guys find the link useful. I will also link Catalog It to see if you guys are maybe interested in trying to take a look at it yourself. But yeah, I hope that this helps. Sorry if I was chatty and rambly, and I will see you guys in the next assignment. Bye.